Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. We're here to look at the Dead Center, Dead Level Hunter V2 stabilizer setup. Now this includes a long stabilizer for the front in either 10 or 8 inches, and the back stabilizer is either 8 or 6 inches. So if you buy the 10-inch set, it'll have an 8-inch back. If you buy the 8-inch set, it'll have a 6-inch back. Now what the set includes, it includes a VBar for the front and 6 weights. Each stabilizer has 2 weights and the stabilizer system. Now the Dead Center stabilizers themselves is a carbon rod with CNC machining, 2 stabilizer, these are Bojack stabilizer absorbers. The other one. Now I've just done a review on these stabilizers and I really like them. I found the vibration was excellent. They're extremely light. They've got a little hex system here so you can lock it on so it won't come loose. Now the VBar system, which is here, it has 2 quick disconnects, one for the front and one for the back, which is really good. It's a very solid, and I'll just disconnect this so you can see how it works. Now it's got a little hex bar there, so you can, once again, you can lock it on, which is a good system. Now I'll just loosen this off so you can see how it works. I'm going to loosen this V-bar completely off, so you can see how the V-bar. Now I haven't fitted one of these before. Now the way this works, you can see the end is tapered. The other end has got little things. So when it goes together, there's a massive amount of force pushing these 2 rods together. It's a very good locking system. So you've got a full rotation here on each angle, so you can get the angles, get the balance of the bow exactly how you want it. So quick disconnect on the back. So we're going to fit the quick disconnect to the stabilizer here. Now why I like this system, because you can balance your bow exactly. Now the system itself sells for around 300 Australian dollars. The equivalent system by Bee Stinger sells for 400 Australian, so it's $100 cheaper. Is it worse, better? I think it's a better system. And why do I think it's better? I thought the stabilizers were better when I just tried them, and that was just a few hours ago. The front stabilizer system is basically similar. I think it's better for several reasons. I do like the ability to lock the stabilizers. I like the price. I'm a bit tight on money. So for me, $100 better, unless I can see a difference in quality. It's got the six weights plus 2 on each bar. Now, the way the stabilizers connect. Basically, your sights and quivers on the bow are on this side, so you want weight on the other side of the bow. So I'm just going to set this up, and I'm going to spin that. I would prefer it that way. Why is it? Oh, okay. So I'm going to spin this completely right the way around. So the bolt goes through there. So the bolt comes, I'll try and show you how that works. Crunch. So the bolt, as I fall over, the bolt threads through the hole. Like so. So you can get the thread through, grab your stabilizer. It's a nice big Allen key head, so you can get heaps of tension on there. Now, if you're fitting a carbonaire, you don't have the option, if you're shooting a carbonaire, which is what I'm shooting here, you don't have the option of a rear stabilizer system to fit on the back. So you've got to go for this type of system, which incorporates the front and the back into the VBar system. It's a nice long thread, so you can get plenty of tension, so it's not going to come loose. Now, what I didn't like, you can see here, it's angled the wrong way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen that off and spin it right the way around so I can get that exactly how I want this thread, like so. So I want it to be looking like that. Like that. That's how I'm going to have it look. Now the settings themselves I'm going to do in a second. I'm going to explain how I do this. The lock-on system is really good. Okay, so what would I like to see with the set? Maybe an Allen key would be cool. Because it's using the same Allen key. So the Allen key I'm using here is a 1/4 inch Allen key. It'd be cool if it came with a 1/4 inch Allen key. Is it worth it? I don't know. But if you're selling a product with the $300, you know, it would be good to have an Allen key. Right, so I've tightened that up. So what I found with that system, which is angled like that, it requires a fair, when I say a fair bit of force, it actually binds up, but then it's a fair few more turns to get it to really lock in. So it's a really nice system as far as the lock system. Most of the V-bars are just metal on metal like that, and you apply tension at, you know, literally it's 1/4 of a turn, not even 1/4 of a turn, and it's locked tight. With this, it's a fair bit of pressure to lock it in. Okay, and that's the system. That's what I want to look like. And this is a carbon air. It looks pretty cool. It's a pretty cool stabilizer system. Now, about balance. Now you can see with this bow, it's balanced out to the left. Two trains of thought on the balance of a bow. One is you balance it so the bow sits exactly like that. Now, if you want to do that, you move this stabilizer in. Now, there's another train of thought. The other train of thought is if you've got torque like this, to straighten up the bow like so, you're required to put pressure on your hand and you actually shoot better. And that's if you put weight on this side. So you actually, some of the top shooters put massive amount of weight here, and they basically to offset the bow like that. Now, examples of shooters who do that are Rio Wild puts massive amount of weight here and his bow is not balanced. And he will say, well, it's not the way you should be told to shoot, but he said, this is what works for me. Now, I've tried it both ways, and I'm going to say I shot perfect scores, 300 out of 300, with the weight out to the side and the weight in. I probably found it easier with the weight out to the side, but my logic says my bow should be balanced, so I moved it back in, but I'm going to have to try. I generally shoot a V-bar system which balances everything, but I did shoot extremely well with it out to the side. Now, with the balance here, to balance the bow so it sits in your hand when you shoot, you can add more weight here, you can add more weight here, or you change the angle of this V-bar. Changing it more upright will increase the weight, changing it down reduces the weight. So basically, to think of it, if you've got weight here, it's let's say you've got 10 ounces of weight here, it's greater here than it is down here because of the leverage. Basically, moving it down here at an angle reduces the amount of effect it has on the stabilizers. So, am I happy with that? Do you know, I'm just going to move that in a little bit because I kind of feel like I want it a little bit more balanced. Now, if you're shooting a bow quiver on the bow, you would have this weight out a little bit more. To offset the weight of the bow quiver and the arrows. I really like these V-bars. They kind of lock in and it requires a fair bit of force. So I've moved the weight in and you can see now the bow's pretty well balanced. Let's go and have a shot, see what I think of this. But I like the look of the stabilizers. To me, they're a nice looking stabilizer system at $300. I think they look pretty funky. Now these little rubber rings here, they look pretty cool. Dead center do sell rubber adapters here in different colors if you want to color your stabilizer system to match your bow. So let's say with this bow, let's say I was going to put green strings on, I can put green weights on here to match everything up. And I haven't tried that yet. I'll do that in another video because I'm not sure how they work yet, but they look pretty cool. This is the setup I would shoot for my Carbon Air. And I shot the Carbon Air before, and I shot it at 50 meters at a foam rabbit, and I failed. I'm really interested to try these stabilizers at 50 meters to see how I go. So I won't be doing it on this video, but I'll do it in another video because I really like these stabilizers without even shooting them. They just feel awesome. I love the VBar setup, love the stabilizer, love the finish. The finish is A-class. I've already shot this stabilizer and I love it. And this is now trying the back stabilizer, so I'm really excited. So let's go in the shooting range and try this out and see if it's as good as I think it's going to be. Okay, so I'm here in the shooting range with the Carbon Air 34 with the dead center, dead level system, which I'm really keen to try. This is my favorite bow of 2017, so took me a while to work out which bow was my favorite, and I chose this one. So I'm really excited. I really like this stabilizer. So let's just see how this stabilizer feels with the rear stabilizer. Chalk and cheese. So much better with the back stabilizer. Makes the bow so much steadier. Feels like a target bow. Oh, it's a dream, absolute dream. Now, my son was in here in my shop this week, and he was trying out all the new bows. And he was going through and going, which bow is better, which one's better draw, which one's got more vibration. Now, I thought this bow was really good. It's 3 pounds. My son said, correctly, that there's another bow by, I'm going to call it, Matthews Wake. Weighs 5.6 pounds, I think. It's pretty heavy. He says it's got less vibration than this. It does. I'm going to say it clearly does, right? But this bow weighs 3 pounds, and Matthews weighs 5.6. I'm not crapping on the Matthews, by the way, because it's a beautiful bow. In fact, it's my son's favorite bow, right? And I'm always cool for people liking other bows. But this bow with this stabilizers on, which the bow's physically probably going to weigh 4 pounds now with these stabilizers on, guessing. It's not heavy. This bow, compared to the Wake, which weighs 5.6 without any stabilizers, this bow is just best thing I've shot. It's the best. It's like awesome. Now, one of my friends in America, Nathan, put me onto Dead Center, and he shoots this stabilizer system on his PSE. And he goes, these are the go to shoot. And when people say that, it's like, yeah, you know, there's lots of products out on the market. Oh, this is so the go. This is the go. And when you're in America, there's a whole heap of companies that, you know, supply stuff. So you're probably a little bit more spoiled than we are here in Australia, because, you know, the shops are small. I mean, my shop's a reasonable size, but, you know, my competitors, you know, they have 10 compound bows in the store. It's these stabilizers, oh, they're good. Yeah, they're good. They're awesome. The bow feels awesome. Now, with this stabilizer system, so they come in camo, they come in black. Now, I really like these stabilizers. Let's just call that. This is just, love the quick disconnect. The disconnect's great. Like, that's good. Stabilizers are good. There's nothing here bad, right? Now, I'm a bit of a, call me a target shooter, so often a lot of my bows will have color on them. Now, dead center release wraps for their stabilizers. So let's say I was going to go green strings, green little things on here. I can put green wraps on the stabilizers to make it, you know, kind of stand out, and it would be something I would think about. I do like the black finish. I like the black bow, but I do like the option of fitting wraps to these stabilizers. They're not expensive. If I was to guess a number out the top of my head, I'm probably going to be wrong. It's either $20 or $30 for the wraps for the stabilizers. It's pretty reasonable, but they are awesome stabilizers. They're skinny, they're stiff, there's no vibration whatsoever with when you shoot the bow. And at their price point, they have, unless there is someone else who's got a competitor for these stabilizers at this price point, I don't know of a competitor at this price point for this product. It's far superior to anything else, and the price is better. So that's an awesome product. Check it out. Dead center stabilizers, the level set. And if you haven't shot one of these level sets, go and try them out, because it's awesome. It's not heavy, it's nice and light, and the quick disconnects are just like quick. So it's a good system. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. I say it all the time, the more you shoot, the better you shoot, the more you'll enjoy it. So yeah, put the work in, you'll get the results. If you don't put the work in, you'll just be an average shooter and just enjoy the relaxation time. But if you put the work in, the results come with the work. So anyway, enjoy shooting. I hope that's been helpful for you. I've really enjoyed doing this video. This is a really good product, and I'm really happy I picked them up. So dead center stabilizers. Thank you. Bye. And thank you for Nathan too. Good product. Thanks. Bye.